Alright, I'm up here on the roof of my factory. I'm still down there working, but I wanted to go over the main components, the main parts of a factory. Of the manufacturing menu. So what I've got here is the main parts, and I'm not going to go over the little parts just as of yet. They don't really need to. A lot of these don't. I think the big ones are the ones we're mainly concerned with. But what I've got here, I've already laid out, is a sample factory, and I am just convinced for some reason that it should be a closed system, meaning the affluent or the exhaust or whatever you want to call the stuff that comes out, the exit material, for some reason I want it to be returned back into the system again, and that's utilizing this hopper here. It comes in handy for that. So let me just go through. So first things I wanted to tell you is that this is aiming for a closed type system. They don't have to be closed. You can just have little ends everywhere. In fact, I just learned that the components, the conveyor storage device, this one right here, is an end device. It only snaps, it doesn't even have a snap on one end, but I'll show you what I'm using that for here in a minute. So starting off, what I've got here is a hopper. And underneath it I've got conveyors. Now I neatly snapped these together, and then came down and snapped these all the way through, so that I made sure that I was right directly underneath my hopper. There's nowhere really good to snap, but these hoppers will snap onto a frame. But starting from the beginning here, this is a conveyor storage device that I've already loaded up some rubber and some plastic, because I'm going to build some toy aliens. And there, you can put anything, as far as I know, in a conveyor storage device. This one I just happen to put base items, scrap items. This is a vacuum hopper, which I had said earlier is a handy device, which it is, because you have play, and also you can turn it on when you want it to do its thing. So that's why I've got it hooked up to a switch. I've also pulled out the old conduit switch. You know, I had some trouble with this over there with my gate logic switch. I think there's a bug with it, so I didn't use it over there, but for just simple stuff it seems to work fine. You know, and I've got some conduit pieces up here. So the switch will turn on the vacuum hopper, which will also turn on the conveyor storage. Okay, and it'll start out. Ooh, I don't want to fall off the edge. It'll start the conveyor on, and it runs directly underneath here. And it'll continue on to this sorter. I'm going to use this sorter to pull out the finished product. I don't have a toy alien yet, but as soon as I make one, I'm going to put one in here just to demonstrate its purpose. I'm going to put a toy alien in here, and it's going to pull out a toy alien for me, because it's a regular sorter, not a component sorter. And it goes on, and then it goes up. This is a lift, which you can also transfer in. It's got an Abraxo stuck in it right now. And it goes up. Its sole purpose is for lifting. In fact, you can't go the opposite way. I've tried snapping going the opposite way. It won't let you. At least not where I was trying. So it comes up over there. Now what I've got here is the first component sorter in the system here. Here I've already preloaded it with rubber and plastic in its inventory. And I only need one of each. I've already looked on the terminal to see what components that I needed to make a toy alien, and it's a plastic and a rubber. So I've got that loaded in there. And it's going to pull those items out, and it comes out this 90-degree exit here. And I've got it going directly to the builder, which I've already told the terminal to make me toy alien. Now whatever isn't used is going to continue on, and it's going to get dumped back into the main hopper. The builder, whatever it builds, is also going to get dumped into the main hopper. Okay? That's why I want to use this sorter here to pull it out of the system, because I've already got a lot of junk going on there. So ideally, what I'm picturing here is that I come in, and this will be my transfer point right here, where I dump all my junk, and then I'll come over here and I'll flip the switch. Okay, it turns on the vacuum hopper, which in turn let's see if this is turned on. It should be turned on. Yes, it is turned on. You can tell. No, it's not. But it's still pulling the stuff out, so it doesn't matter. Isn't that something? So it's still, even though this is showing no power, it's still pulling the stuff out, which is cool. That's fine. All I wanted was this to get started. So now it's started into the system. This is all rubber. It's going to go right past my sorter. Now that little dinging, ding, ding, that means that it's found an item that you told it to get, and it's passing it through. So right now my builder is building up rubber. Thing is, you don't want to load up about 1,000 of these things, because it's the drop pieces, those pieces that this conveyor storage and the hopper and those type pieces go in alphabetical order, and it'll just sit there and run out adhesive, however many you got of them. I learned that the hard way. In fact, I put about 20 something in here. Yeah, okay, so we're on plastic now. So as soon as it should start building, as soon as it reaches the minimum number, it'll start building, and it's going to continue to build however many it's got. Now I also had some boxes of Abraxo mixed in there. Those should be, let me just for fun, let me just throw, yeah, they're in there, and there's 2 alarm clocks. Those should be circulated, but it's not, because I know why, because this isn't powered up. I had another switch. I had placed another switch here. So let's go ahead and turn the whole system on. This just gives you an idea of how to put some switches in if you wanted to control. Like, see, when I just turned that on, that turned the hopper, which reintroduced the unused scrap items. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a toy alien and load up my transfer with the toy alien, which is junk, right? Okay, my sorter, see, the sorter took a toy alien, so all my toy alien's going to come out here. This is the only part that isn't part of a closed system, and there again is the ding. And there she goes, man. The complete package right here. That's all the main parts right there. With this, you should be able to do anything. The only thing that I'm not showing here is another return. I think this should go to another shared conveyor with sorters, and to deliver your goods to you in a centralized location. That's my dream. And so I'm trying to put all of this together, all of this, with all 9 factories, okay, with a shared conveyor system, so that you dump in all your junk in one spot. It goes through all of this stuff, and it all comes back to one spot, and all of the finished products all go into one spot. And I'm going to try to fit that all here in Abernathy. I made Abernathy Farms the factory headquarters. So that's what I wanted to show you. And so as you can see right here, I've gutted out my old factory and started anew. But what I've determined is it takes a lot of space to make one of these. These will, and then on the new one, then I'll show you what a little bit more in depth about the diverters and how I'm doing that. But my vision is deposit junk here and pick up goods here. That's what I want to see. So this is what I've got started down here. I'm using these branches, of course. Oh, it made me a nice little ladder to get around. Here, your head barely fits, but you know, it gets a little hard to get around, navigate through here with this little kind of ladder. It's really nice. And I divert off of here, as you can see, divert off of here, and divert off of here, and so forth, 9 times. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to a level and designate a level as a certain function, and then another level is another function. But what I say and what I do are always 2 different things, so I'm getting tired. So I wanted to show you guys that, and so there you go. That's the complete thing, and I'll go more in depth with some more stuff. I want to do some other gate logic stuff. I got some other ideas that I'd like to run past y'all. Thank y'all.